From cow-stealing peasant to billionaire, journey of Hyundai founder. For decades, Hyundai has been at the forefront of modern car design and manufacturing. Originally derived from the Korean word hanja, meaning modern, Hyundai has an excellent tradition of technological innovation, representing their motto of new thinking and new possibilities. With a long history of continuously pushing the envelope, the company is firmly committed to modernity. Now, more than ever, Hyundai pays close attention to creating the ultimate driving experience. Although it has not evolved simply because of evolution. Rather, the company is dedicated to making cars of unsurpassed quality. Having said that, how did Hyundai get to where it is today, and where is it headed? Let's find out. All the credit for Hyundai Motors goes to Chung Ju-yung, who founded the company in 1947. A talented person with excellent future insights and resolutions, and a role model for young entrepreneurs. In 1915, Chung was born in Tongchon in North Korea, but was incorporated into Japan at the time. He was the eldest of 8 children and was forced to drop out of high school before he could finish to support his family. Laboring in the fields doing manual labor isn't the dream of most people, and Chung was no exception. In his attempt to escape this lifestyle, Chung made several attempts. Even though he had to work long hours and earn meager pay, Chung became passionate about civil engineering. As a 16-year-old, he attempted to escape by walking 15 miles to the next town, searching for a construction worker's job. As soon as his father found him, he was brought back to Tongchon, ending his passion. In his 18th year, he began walking to Seoul, a distance of approximately 105 miles. In this venture, Chung had been conned by someone who told him he would find a job, but took all his money instead, forcing him to return home. On his 3rd try, he opted for the train instead of walking. He tried to get money for a train ticket by selling his father's cow. As he learned more about the business's finances, he decided to take an accounting job this time. But his father came to Seoul a few months later and once again forced him back to Tongchon. It was on this 4th attempt that finally freed him. Back in Seoul, he worked as a rice vendor. The owner of the store sold it to Chung when he was unable to work. Chung was now 22 years old and had his own business. A great deal of effort had gone into his entrepreneurial endeavor. When the Japanese government implemented rice rationing 2 years later, Chung's rice business saw an end. Chung quickly performed a career switch, opening a garage where he fixed cars. 4 years later, the business employed 70 people. However, the Japanese government defeated him by forcing the garage to merge with a steel plant. During the World War, Chung temporarily returned to his hometown and began utilizing the substantial amount of money he had collected from his garage business. With the defeat of the Japanese in World War II, Chung was in an ideal situation to take advantage of the major reconstruction efforts Korea was undergoing. Using his civil engineering and automobile expertise, Chung established Hyundai Motor Industrial Company and Hyundai Civil Industries in 1967. The Hyundai logo symbolizes an H in most people's minds, but the emblem signifies more. On one side, it symbolizes a representative of the company, and on the other, a customer who has been satisfied. At first, the company assembled cars and trucks in Ford's factory. Hyundai produced their first car, the Cortina, in 1975 in collaboration with Ford. Their retail market share was 2% in 2 years, placing them 13th in the world. In 1975, Hyundai decided to produce its own car and sell it under the Hyundai brand. With the help of 5 British car engineers, the Hyundai Pony, their first vehicle, was designed. Ponies were shipped to Canada in 1984. However, due to some emissions tests, they did not ship to the United States until 1986. With a strong sense of pride for his country, Chung wanted to make Korea a global player. After that, he sought to design and build a car based on Korean technology and skills. He used Hyundai Pony for this purpose. In being exported to South America, the Pony became the first Korean-designed car to do so. It took Hyundai until 1986 to enter the American market, and it was an instant success. After being renamed as Excel, Pony sold more than 126,000 cars in its first year of business, becoming the first auto company to set a record for the most vehicles sold in 1 year. In the post-war rebuilding and industrialization drive of Korea, His business venture played an important role. Soon after Hyundai got its business started, it was able to secure lucrative construction contracts through the military government of the US. Hyundai was responsible for much of South Korea's transportation infrastructure in the 20 years that followed World War II. Their construction efforts include the Soyang River multi-purpose dam in 1967, the Gyeongbu Expressway, which the World Bank told Chung wasn't viable, a nuclear power plant in 1970, and the largest shipyard in the world in Ulsan in 1973. Ulsan became known as Hyundai City because of Hyundai's 9 factories in the city. Hyundai has also been able to gain international recognition through Chung's international contracts. Among them was the Thailand Expressway contract awarded to Hyundai in 1965. As the largest construction project of the 20th century, Hyundai built the Jubail industrial port in Saudi Arabia in the 1970s. South Korea's Hyundai Corporation was by the early 1980s the biggest and most successful company in the country. Hyundai was known as the Miracle on the Han in South Korea, referring to the country's rapid economic growth. The Han River is the most important river in Seoul. Chung finally stepped down in 1987 as chairman of Hyundai after achieving worldwide success in construction and automobiles. Seoul was awarded the 1988 Summer Olympics through his successful lobbying of the International Olympic Committee, or IOC. In the 1950s, he opened up a tourist spot near the South Korean border in North Korea called Mount Kumgang for tourists. Visitors to the site were allowed to cross the demilitarized zone thanks to this project. As part of the hopes of eventually reunifying the two Koreas, Chung pressed hard for closer economic cooperation between the North and South. Chung even campaigned in 1992 for the presidency of Korea. His party's slogans were "Importance of Economy" and "Unified Economy." The Unification Party won 31 seats, but Chung was not successful in his bid. The accomplishments of Chung are remarkable, but let's examine some of the reasons for his success. In almost all business case studies written about Chung, he has a renowned can-do attitude. His belief was that the impossible was possible. During the construction of Ulsan's shipbuilding yard, Chung decided to build the shipyard and the ships simultaneously. At the time, most people questioned Chung's qualifications, especially since he had no experience building ships. After weighing the benefits and costs of completing the two projects simultaneously, Chung decided to go ahead. In comparison with the business elite, Chung always preferred his workers' company. Being a former laborer, he loved spending time with his staff and working hard for them. He was a regular participant at new employee training sessions and participated in sports with his staff. Hyundai was known as a company with a strong sense of love, and he was revered as a father figure by many people. Chung was big on philanthropy, as opposed to many of his colleagues in Korea. Asan founded the Asan Foundation in 1977 in an attempt to compete with the Rockefeller Foundation in terms of influence. In addition to setting up hospitals, building Ulsan Medical College, and funding a research institute, the foundation supports academic research. As an 84-year-old man, Chung traveled across the demilitarized zone to bring 1,001 cows back to his hometown with his sons in 1998. Having grown up in poverty and running away from home with little money raised by selling his father's cow at the age of 17, this decision of his eventually made him pay his debt. Globally, this was regarded as an act of peace that ended the Cold War. In 2001, Chung died in Seoul with a fortune of $4 billion. However, the impact he made on Korea was more important than his wealth. One great philosophy of the honorary founding chairman that we all should remember is the one he lived by, which is, failures rather than successes teach us lessons of lasting value. We need not dwell too much on our victories. Few facts about Hyundai. Number 1. Hyundai rebuilt the Han River Bridge that was destroyed during the Korean War in Seoul in the 1950s. Chung removed the damaged bridge for free as part of his nationalistic effort. Number 2. Hyundai has also sponsored major sports events such as the UEFA Euro Cup and the FIFA World Cup since 2002. Number 3. Their factory in Ulsan, South Korea occupies an area of up to 5 million square meters, making it one of the largest automotive plants in the world. In addition, they also have an on-site hospital and fire station. Number 4. Nearly 90% of Hyundai's sales come from Europe. However, the company is rapidly expanding in North America. Number 5. Hyundai has also prepared zombie survival vehicles, inspired by the famous movie The Walking Dead. And number 6. Hyundai's famous designer Giorgetto Giugiaro has designed more than 200 car models, including Hyundai Excel. He has also been responsible for the design of the BMW M1 and the DeLorean DMC-12. Now that we have covered all the information, our video has come to an end. Thanks for sticking with us. Feel free to like and comment down below. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to see more similar videos.